So, Ryan, thanks for joining us. So, first off, I want to just touch on last season. Obviously, a really progressive one for yourself, where you started off in the under-18s, had a really successful year there, won the league title. So, just how was that with the 18s?
It was very good, to be fair. Obviously, came down to the last game against Spenny. Some good teams in it. Ryan Hardie, obviously Spenny, us, but we went and done the better and we won the game and won the league.
Yeah, and for yourself finishing as the league's top scorer, just how much did that mean to you?
Oh, it was class. Being obviously a striker, you've got to score goals. And you win games like that. It's just the best, to be fair.
Yeah, and some people will look at your stats and say you had however many goals and think that's all you've sort of got to a game, but you have shown, especially in pre-season with the first team, you have got a bit more as well.
Yeah, well, it's not just scoring that matters. You have to be on the team. You've got to be physical. You've got to be keeping the ball, just holding it. It's not just finishing that matters. It's just everything else.
Yeah, and just with the under-18s, you have played alongside a few other forwards who have impressed with the first team. Harry, Lachlan, Dan Savage. So how have you found playing alongside them?
Playing with them. I've played with Harry and Dan all year with the 18s and with the 23s and all the unbelievable players themselves. It's just good to play with them.
Yeah, and you moved up to the under-23s, obviously now the reserves, midway through the season. So how did that come about, really?
Obviously the 18 league finished. It finished earlier, and Gash gives a message and asks us to play to help him out. So I played there and I've got 2 goals behind the top goal scorer in that league, and we got promoted. So it's just a win, really.
Yeah, how was that playing in senior football for the first time, I think, yourself? So just how did you find that? Was it much more physical?
Much more physical. Compared to the 18s, you've got big blokes, obviously, just that striker holding the ball up, it's much harder. So it's just much harder.
And you did do well, as you say, you got a few goals, the team grabbed promotion.
Yeah.
So just getting that accolade, winning the league for the under-18s and grabbing promotion for the reserves, what a great season for yourself.
That's unbelievable. Best season I've had probably in a long time, because you step up from under-18s to adult football and you progress, so it's much better.
Yeah, and playing under Gary Henry and Mark Brown, they've sort of been known for progressing players on to the first team, just like Liam Murray this year. So how have they been as a coaching staff?
Honestly, they've been the best coaches in a long time, progressing me to the first team. Obviously, I think I'm doing well anyway. They've helped us out through the season with the 23s, getting that much goals and helping them get promoted. And now look at us here at the first team, doing well. So, unbelievable coaches.
Yeah, and just talk about how the summer was for you. I think Bobby pulled you in here with a few other lads. So, how did you find out you were going to be involved throughout pre-season?
I was buzzing, because that season that I had probably was my best, and they saw it, and then they've brought me into the first team to help them in pre-season. And I've scored in pre-season, got an assist. I think I'm doing well, so hopefully I can keep going and just impressing the manager.
Yeah, can you just remember your first few sessions with the first team? I know it might be a bit daunting because you have got lads who've sort of been there and done it, but a lot of fitness work early on, but how did you find it?
I thought it was alright, because I like running, so I was up there with obviously Robbie up there, and I was doing well. I was competing with everything, and the manager saw it, so hopefully he knows that I'm doing well, and just as long as I keep going.
Yeah, and in pre-season you've had a range of opponents. You faced a lot of Northern League sides, a lot of sides higher up the pyramid, and a few winners had you on the side. So how different has that been?
It's been obviously from the 18s to the first team, defenders wise it's much different. But I thought I've hold the ball up well and keep playing well. So as long as I keep doing that and keep impressing, it'll be much better. I'll just keep going.
Yeah, alongside a fellow under-18s striker, Dan Savage, you scored against Whitley Bay. I think you saw what I meant in both your celebrations, so how nice was that?
Oh, that's the best feeling I've had in a long time. Just scoring against Whitley Bay, and obviously me mate Dan getting a goal and all, just buzzing for him and all.
Yeah, can you remember much about that match? I think you would have had some of your family in the crowd, no doubt, and I think it was a really good goal.
Yeah, honestly there was loads of my family there. like me dad, my mum, everyone there. So it's just the best to score in front of them with my first senior goal.
Yeah, and when you're playing for the first team in front of crowds of 400, 500 against Gateshead, being a Hebburn lad, no doubt you will have a lot of people in the crowd who you'll know. Yeah. So just how nice is that?
Seeing them in the crowd and I'm on the pitch in front of like 500 people. It's the best, to be fair. It's just a feeling you don't think about when you're on the pitch. When you come off and you see all their faces happy, that you thought you've done well. So hopefully I keep impressing them and keep impressing everyone else.
Yeah, and let's talk about that South Shields game. Despite it being quite early on in pre-season, I think I had quite a competitive feel to it, but you came on quite late. Obviously assisted the winner for Will McCamley, and getting that assist against a team 2 leagues high, no doubt, was a really good feeling.
Yeah, it was a really good feeling, to be fair. Coming on the pitch for the last 20 minutes, obviously the ball comes up, I played it to Dan, and then it came back to me, and I've turned, I don't know which defender it was, and then apparently everyone's saying it was a shot. It wasn't a shot, it was a cross to Will, and it's went in and won the game for Will against the South Shields, so it's just good. As long as we keep winning and keep doing what we're doing, we're doing well this season.
Yeah, there is a lot of experience in that dressing room, but I think one name who I wanted to pick out was this year's captain, Amma. I don't think there's really a better time to be a young striker at Hebburn Town when you've got someone like him who's been there and done it, won at Wembley with Hebburn and played quite high. So what's he been like?
He's helping me through training, he's been communicating with us, telling me what to do, which I like because I've watched him when he was at Wembley and he scored, didn't he? And just watching him play is just teaching me how to play and just learn more of him every single time. Yeah,
and of course we're filming this quite right at the start of August, and you've got quite a hectic period coming up with the first team and reserves, so just over the next month, how does it look for you? What are your ambitions?
I just need to keep going, just show them what I brought into from last season to this season, and just keep working hard to impress the first team manager and Gash. So as long as I keep doing that and progressing, I'll probably be here, hopefully.
Yeah, and just over the last month that you have had with the first team in pre-season, is there anything notable that you have learned or anything that you want to pick out that you have added to your game?
Just the hold-up play about it. When the ball comes in, you have to stick to it. Like I think I've been a lot physical than I have recent in like the 23s from the 18s. Just physical, it's a lot more.
Yeah, and do you feel as though, I know obviously there's a lot of character in that dressing room and a lot of personality as well, so do you feel as though you've grown there as well?
Yeah, definitely. Just in the dressing room, always nice, just keep involving the young lads, which is good. So we feel a part of the team already. We've only been here about 10 weeks.